Are you constantly doubting yourself and letting your self-confidence slip away? Well, ladies, I'm here to tell you that you're not alone. In today's video, we are diving deep into the world of confidence sabotage, and we're going to be uncovering the solution to help you to reclaim your self-assurance. In today's episode, we're going to be discussing the mysteries of confidence sabotage and the impact that it has on our lives, because most of us at some part of our lives have suffered with confidence sabotage. Whether it's in our personal relationships, our career aspirations, or just our overall happiness, confidence plays a pivotal role on how we navigate the world. Now for the shocking truth, there is one mistake that undermines women's self-confidence more than anything else. It's a silent killer that eats away at our self-belief and chips away at our inner strength. But don't worry, lovely ladies, because today I'm going to be exposing that mistake and I'm going to be revealing the root causes that breed it. But wait 1 minute, because that's not all. I'm not going to be leaving you there hanging, just pondering the problem. No way, because ladies, we have the solution just in our grasp. So, I hope you're ready for this video. I hope you're ready, because it's time to get rid of all of our confidence issues today. Today I'm going to be revealing the secrets to fixing confidence sabotage, and I'm going to be providing you with the tools to build your self-confidence from the ground up. So I hope you're ready. So as usual, this video is split up into 4 parts, which are understanding the root cause of confidence sabotage, strategies for unleashing unshakable confidence, navigating the inner journey, and embracing your self-confidence. So let's start on this journey. In this part of the video, we're going to get to a level of understanding when it comes to confidence issues and find out the root cause of confidence crushing habits. So it's time to uncover the shocking psychological insights and the societal pressures that contribute to this mistake. So let's discuss the root cause. So, as most things, it starts off with your inner dialogue. Most confidence issues come down to negative inner dialogue, especially when it comes to the stories that we tell ourselves. Often we can fall into patterns of self-doubt and negative self-talk, which can stem from past experiences as well as societal conditioning, or sometimes even our own inner fears. What we need to remember though is that these thoughts are not a reflection of our true worth, but rather a product of our conditioning. And speaking of conditioning, societal pressure and gender norms play a significant role in perpetuating this mistake. And you know how it goes. Society often dictates that women should be modest, we should be humble, we shouldn't be too confident. We are often bombarded with messages that tell us that we have to fit into this narrow definition of beauty, success, and worth. And the thing is, these unrealistic expectations can chip away at our self-confidence without us even realising it, leaving us questioning our abilities and our worthiness. Another culprit to our confidence sabotage is social media and measuring ourselves up against others. What we don't realise is that our consistent comparison to others feeds into our confidence sabotaging cycles. Social media platforms, magazines, and even everyday conversations can create an environment of comparison and self-doubt. I've been there, where I'm looking at people on Instagram and thinking, how come her waist is so small? How come she doesn't have any blemishes? How come her hair is so perfect? Why don't I look like that? Not knowing that there's apps out there that are sinking in waists, making stomachs look flat, making skin look flawless. There's all these apps. A lot of the things that we see out there, especially on social media, isn't real. It's been nipped and tucked and edited. So we have to realise and remember that this is not real and that we shouldn't measure ourselves up against these people or these images. Most of us, a lot of the time, are measuring ourselves up against images that are unattainable because they're not real. This is why we should all take breaks from social media. Even if it's a day or so, just take a break and just live in the moment and just do you. Now let's talk about how confidence sabotage can affect our relationships, our careers, and our personal growth. When we lack confidence, it seeps into other parts of our lives, sometimes without even realising it. In relationships, we might find it hard to assert ourselves, set boundaries, or even express our true desires, which is not good. When you're in a relationship, communication is key, and being able to communicate what your boundaries are, or what you want, or what you like, or what you don't like, is needed and is required. And if you don't, this can lead to dissatisfaction, resentment, and the inability to create healthy connections. In the workplace or in our careers, having a lack of confidence can stop you from pursuing your career or even showing off your skills or talking up in meetings. And sometimes being assertive is needed, especially in the workplace. Having a lack of confidence can lead to us not taking any risks or even stepping out of our comfort zone, which will ultimately stunt our professional growth and potential. I've known so many people who've had great ideas or has great skills, and just due to having that lack of confidence, they didn't push themselves and they've stayed stagnant throughout their whole working career. On a personal level, confidence sabotage hinders our ability to fully embrace our passions, dreams, and aspirations. And in these instances, what we usually do is second guess ourselves, downplay our achievements, or hold ourselves back from what truly lights us up and makes us happy. And this can lead to a life that feels unfulfilled and lacking purpose. I love travelling, and I have always travelled alone because I have the confidence to be able to get on a plane, go to another country and enjoy that country alone. And that's down to confidence, being confident within myself. Whereas I've known people who have had amazing job opportunities in another country and they have turned down them jobs because of their lack of confidence, the fear of stepping out alone. And the reason for their lack of confidence, I don't know, but it has held them back from their dreams. And that could be you, and we don't want it to be. So understanding these root causes is the first step towards breaking the chains of confidence sabotage. So now it's time to move on to part 2, which is strategies for unleashing unshakable confidence. In this chapter, we're going to discuss the practical strategies and exercises to overcome destructive habits and to cultivate unshakable confidence. So the first technique we're going to discuss in regards to destroying confidence sabotage is to identify and challenge limiting beliefs. When you have the time, grab a journal or a piece of paper and reflect on the beliefs that hold you back. Ask yourself, what negative thoughts or beliefs do I have about myself? Write them down and ask yourself, are these beliefs true? Are they serving me? And where do these beliefs come from? Challenge each belief with evidence that contradicts it and replace it with a positive and empowering belief. Another effective way is to practice daily affirmations. Affirmations are positive statements that reinforce positive beliefs about ourselves. Take about 5 to 10 minutes each day and repeat affirmations that resonate with you. For example, I am worthy of love and success, or I embrace my unique qualities and celebrate my journey. And repeat these affirmations with conviction and belief. And watch as they rewire your mindset and boost your self-acceptance. Journaling can be another powerful practice to cultivate confidence. Again, set aside some time each day to write down your accomplishments, as well as your strengths, any positive experiences that you had throughout that day that validate your worth. Even write down moments where you felt proud of yourself, as well as moments where you overcame challenges. You have to celebrate the small victories to remind yourself of your inner strength. So now let's talk about the power of mindset shifts. Mindset is such an important part when it comes to cultivating confidence. It's important to shift our focus from self-doubt to self-belief, as well as from fear to courage. Start by reframing negative thoughts and replacing them with positive and empowering ones. When you find yourself doubting your abilities, stop and consciously choose to believe in yourself. And what sometimes you have to do is just remind yourself of your past successes. Remind yourself of little things such as a job interview that you went for and you got the job. Remind yourself of just them little things that have happened within your life that you should be proud of. That shows that you've had confidence in the past. When you go out for a job interview, you have to be confident to get that job. You have to show some sort of confidence to make the person that is interviewing you want you for that job. So just remind yourself of these little successes, your unique qualities, and the potential that you have. Embracing a growth mindset is also crucial when trying to build unshakable confidence. Understanding that failure is not a reflection of your worth, but an opportunity to grow is very important. When you fail, you have the opportunity to grow and learn, so don't take it as a negative. Embrace challenges as stepping stones to success and believe in your ability to overcome obstacles. By adapting a growth mindset, you will see setbacks as temporary. And I've actually got a video about failure being the stepping stone to success. you should watch it. I think the link will be up here. Go and take a watch. As we come to the end of part 2, remember that building confidence takes time and practice. Be patient with yourself and celebrate every small step forward. Surround yourself with positive influences, supportive communities and uplifting resources. And most importantly, always be compassionate and kind towards yourself. Now let's move on to part 3, which is navigating your inner journey. Get ready to discover tips and techniques to counteract these self-sabotaging tendencies. Let's get into it. Managing negative self-talk is crucial beyond this journey of unshakable confidence. It is crucial. We all have that inner critique whispering doubt and fear into our minds. We all have it. But here's the truth. You have the power to silence that voice and to replace it with self-compassion and self-belief. One technique is to practice self-awareness. Notice when negative self-talk arises and consciously challenge those thoughts. At that point, remind yourself of your accomplishments, your strengths, and the value that you bring to the world. Another powerful tool to combat negative self-talk is reframing. Instead of focusing on what could go wrong or on your perceived flaws, shift your perspective to what could go right. It's that easy. You think about what could go wrong, but what could go right? Have you ever thought that? Why do we always go to the negative first? When you find yourself in a negative thought spiral, pause and take a deep breath. Close your eyes and just take a deep breath and consciously choose to reframe those thoughts to positive ones. I used to conjure up a lot of negative self-talk in my head. And I sometimes used to think a negative thought, and then once I caught myself in that negative thought, I had to say a positive affirmation to myself. I used to just change it like that when I caught myself. Sometimes I could be sitting there for 5 minutes in negative talk, and then I'd be like, Naomi, what are you doing? And then I'd change it immediately. It's that simple. And after practice, you'll notice that not so much negative self-talk comes to you. It kind of fades out after a while. And the next thing I want to talk about is imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome is that feeling of being a fraud even though there is evidence that you are competent. This can also chip away at your self-confidence, or even believe that your achievements come down to luck.
Girl, let me tell you something. You earned that, fair and square.
There is no luck in the world that could have you where you are right now. You did that. But the thing is, many women have suffered from imposter syndrome but have come out stronger on the other side. They have discovered techniques to overcome it, and so can you. One effective strategy is to embrace your accomplishments and acknowledge your expertise. Keep a record of your achievements and positive feedback that you receive. Remind yourself of the value that you bring to your work, your relationships, and every aspect of your life. Surround yourself with a support system that uplifts you and encourages you and loves you and tells you that you are great and tells you that you have done well when you really have. Surround yourself with people that remind you of your worth and your capabilities. That's very, very important in life. So now we're going to talk about women who have conquered confidence sabotage. So now I'm going to quickly talk about a lady that I used to work with who overcame confidence sabotage. I remember this lady because she used to be one of 7 of a team that I used to manage, and she constantly doubted her abilities. And let me tell you, she was an excellent worker. She was one of the best on my team. I could ask her to do anything and she would do it. And the thing is, her work was just like, it was just immaculate. She paid attention to detail, she had good time management, she just knew her job and she was good at it. But for some reason, she just lacked confidence. Whenever we had meetings or anything like that, she would never talk up. She would know the answer, but she just wouldn't talk up. Or she'd achieve something and she would never put herself forward for an achievement, or she would never let people know of the great things that she did to help the team. She'd just sit back. So during one of her one-to-ones, I discussed this with her and she told me that, she did have a lack of confidence. So what I did is every 2 weeks we'd meet up and I'd go over the little techniques to build her confidence. And we did this through self-reflection and mindset techniques and exercises. And by the end, she learned to embrace her unique strengths and celebrate her journey. It's like she didn't realise how great she was, she just didn't see it. And I had to remind her. And from that day forward, she really pushed herself. There was a position in my team I think it was team leader. And, she went for the job and she got the job. And I encouraged her to go for it because she didn't want to go for it because she didn't think she was good enough. But she was more than good. And she got the job. So that's one story. And there's a story I want to tell you about myself. I worked in property from the age of, I think, around 21. So it was for about 20 years. And I started off as an officer. No, I started off as admin and I went into an officer position and I kind of made my way up. But once I got to senior officer, I just felt like I'd hit a ceiling and I didn't feel like there was anywhere else for me to go. And I remember I decided to apply for a job as a manager, a team manager. And I was really, really reluctant, but one of my friends pushed me to go for it. She was like, you know, you've been in housing for so long, just do it. Went for the job and I got the job. And I was in that job for about 2 years. And I remember one day I was at home, I was just flicking through some job adverts. And there's a job for operations manager, and I thought, operations, that's a massive job. And I thought, let me just go for it. Let me go for that job. And I went for it and I got the job. And that position was really high for me because I was one level underneath the director. It was like literally the director and then me. And I got the job. At first, I didn't have the confidence because I thought, you know, I've come from an officer to a manager role, but I went for it. Once I got that manager role, I thought, you know what, if I can do that, I can definitely do that. And I went for it and I got the job. So it's about believing in yourself. It's about believing in yourself, as well as like seeking mentorship, because I did seek mentorship from a manager and they helped me to build the necessary skills to get to a higher level. These stories will show you that with determination, self-reflection and the right mindset, that we can overcome confidence sabotage and truly step into our authentic selves. Remember, you are capable of greatness. Believe in your worth, challenge your limiting beliefs, and surround yourself with a community that uplifts you and supports you. Those are the keys to overcoming confidence sabotage. So now it's time to head into part 4, which is embracing your unstoppable confidence. So in this part of the video, we will recap on the key points that we discussed in the other 3 parts that we've discussed throughout this journey. And I'm also going to encourage you to implement the practical exercises, the journaling, and the mindset shifts that I shared. Get ready to embrace your unstoppable self-confidence. Throughout the episode, we've identified the mistake of confidence sabotage and explored the root causes. We've discovered that negative self-talk, self-limiting beliefs, and imposter syndrome can erode our confidence. But the great thing is, I've now equipped you with practical strategies to overcome these challenges. I've shared exercises and journal prompts to help you identify challenges within yourself and nip them in the bud. Remember to journal on a daily basis and make it into a habit. Write down your negative thoughts, question yourself about where they came from, replace them with positive affirmations, and rewrite your story. Daily practices and mindset shifts are crucial in cultivating unshakable self-confidence. Embrace affirmations that resonate with you and repeat them on a daily basis. Sometimes I sit down and do affirmations for like 5, 10, 15 minutes so they can absorb into my subconscious mind. Embrace a growth mindset and see failure as an opportunity to catapult yourself to success. Failure can bring in a whole load of opportunities if you learn from that failure. And don't forget to celebrate your accomplishments, your strengths and your positive experiences, as these validate your worth. So now it's time for you to take all this wealth of knowledge that you've learned in this video and to take action. Make sure you implement the strategies that you've learned in today's episode. Challenge your self-limiting beliefs, practice daily affirmations, and shift your mindset towards self-belief. What I'm going to do now is to encourage you to share your comments and your progress in the comment box below. And let's build a community of like-minded women who are looking to improve themselves mentally, physically and emotionally. So we've come to the end of this video and I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope that you understand the causes of confidence sabotage, and I hope that these tips and techniques will help you on your journey to self-improvement. Don't forget to love thyself, and also don't forget to share this video with like-minded ladies like yourself. And one more thing, like, comment and subscribe. Bye for now. Mwah.